Amazing what we've been able to do. We've been battle tested all year. I feel like we were prepared for this moment, but Coach Hurley, I mean, he had a great plan. I mean, they executed, they played hard, and yeah, I mean, they really executed really well.
We all talked about defying the doubters all season long, and the final score may not show if you went toe to toe with the defending national champs this year. What does it say about the guys in this room after all these tonight?
It means we got a lot of heart. I mean, it shows the mentality that we have. I mean, to go toe to toe with them, for a majority of the game, and to let it slip away, late. I mean, that hurts. I mean, but the only thing you can do is put your head down. Think about it throughout the off season, get better, and just make the most of it. The next coming year.
When you go back to one thing that you wish you had back in this game, what would it be?
Just me personally or team wise.
Team.
I definitely wish we played more of our standard, more blue collar basketball. Try to just play a little more tougher. They executed a lot of stuff off of mistakes. I felt like we were very locked in for the game, but we let a little some details slip, and that kind of hurt us in the long run.
Is it impossible to sort of absorb what you've accomplished this year, though?
I wouldn't say impossible. I mean, it's I'm really happy. I'm amazed of how far we came. Especially after the two Florida losses. I mean, we could have went south there and never made it to this point. But the strong mentality that we have, individually, and Medina all together. I mean, it's been amazing. And the run, I mean, the leadership that you've seen from some guys. I mean, it's people stepping up. It's just been great. I mean, I wish I said more. I mean, I wish I did more. I mean, but you can't really take it back now. The only thing you can do is move forward and learn from it.
Nick, do you have any thoughts about coming back with that COVID year of eligibility you got?
It's really up in God's hands, honestly. I mean, I feel like I finished the year out pretty strongly. Not tonight. I'm not sure how much minutes I played tonight, but I try to do whatever I could to, continue to motivate my team, tell them what I see off the court, just, do whatever I could. I mean, I went in, usually when Clean was in, and late in the game I wasn't in when he was in, so I'm not saying that's a factor of the game, but I feel like, we could have done more.
I've been to the Sweet 16, been to the Elite Eight, been to the Final Four. My next goal is a championship, and that's something that I'm going to strive to get in the offseason, and I'm going to do what I got to do to get that in the offseason. Thank you.
If I take you back to it's tied with 12 minutes to go. What was the difference from 12 on to end the game?
I don't really remember. I haven't really went back and looked at the film, but probably just some little mistakes we made that they capitalized on.
Is that one of the best teams y'all played this year?
Yeah, I mean, of course. They were the #1 overall seed. Like, of course, they were one of the better teams that we played this season.
What was better with that team than other teams you played this year? Defense was tougher, they played you tighter. What were some of the things they did well?
It wasn't really the defense. It was more, they got a rim protector, so we didn't really get in the paint that much. But it didn't matter. We still had a chance to win. For me, what makes them a little bit different is they run a lot of sets for different people too. So you got to nail like a bunch of sets for different people. It's not just one person or two people. Like they run a set pretty much for everybody on the court. So or they got a set in the playbook for everybody on the court. So for me, it was the difference with them and a bunch of other teams that we played is just all their sets, and they got counters to all their sets and all this crazy stuff.
When do you think it'll soak in what you guys accomplished this year? Can you do it now? Does it soak in now, or is that something that's going to take a day or two or three?
It's going to take a couple months for me just because, there's teams still playing, and we're not one of them. So it's not going to sink in until at least that's over with. And when that's over with, I think it still needs time to soak in just how good we had, how good of a season we had. But right now, I'm just a little upset we lost. We could have won. Everybody knows it. We lost to a really, really good team. They were probably the only team in the tournament that could beat us, in my opinion. So, just lost to a really, really good team that is that they were the national champions last year too. So, good coaching staff too.
The emotions are all over the place, honestly. Me personally, obviously I'm upset that we lost, but just looking back at like a quick glimpse at our season, like we did a lot, we accomplished a lot, and we made history. So that's something that's going to be with me forever, and I can take for the rest of my life. So me right now, like I said, I'm obviously upset that we lost, but I'm just proud of these guys and how they fought for me all season long. Thank you.
Aaron, you look at the makeup of this team, transfers, and you look at how far you guys went this past season. I mean, what do you think you guys showed the country, just how special the season really was for you guys?
Yeah, I think we just showed the country, how hard we play, and, kind of how it doesn't really matter, how your regular season goes. You can make that change at any time. I feel like we were a perfect example of that. Everybody counted us out from our first game of the tournament. We weren't playing well coming into the tournament, and we kind of just flipped it around. We pulled together.
How special was this run for you personally, being part of this team?
It meant a lot, man. We made history at Alabama. We did something that was never done before. So it's special to me, and it didn't really hit me like yet because obviously we're fresh off the game. But, probably in a couple days or a week or so, I'm going to just look back at it. Honestly, I might cry, to be honest. Like, I feel like for anybody who is, doesn't have any more eligibility, this is probably the perfect way to go out, rather than to have an early exit or anything like that. So I'm grateful to be here, and I'm proud of this team.
I feel like I had a great run with the base, this tournament.
If I took you back to the under-12 timeout, the last 12 minutes of the game, what do you think was the difference in the contest there?
Just the little things, They was out rebounding us. They got a lot of offensive rebounds, second chance points. And that's like one of the main areas that we wanted to focus on. Coach Oates was telling us, like, we're going to make them miss, but they get a lot of second chance points. I also feel like, we shot a few bad shots, not too many, but we shot a few that ignited their break. We weren't really getting back sometimes, so we gave them a lot of easy buckets as well.
You think you guys laid a foundation that next year, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years from now, you'll be coming back to this program, will be in a Final Four, and you'll be one of the alumni watching it?
Yeah, I think probably in the next 2 to 3 years, Coach Oates is probably going to win a national championship. If you just look back at, from last year to this year, how much he lost, and to get farther than he did last year when he had the #1 ranked team, it just shows how great of a coach he is. So I'm sure, I know he's going to win a national championship within the next 2 to 3 years.
He understands game plans, and he executes a lot of things, and then he's a perfectionist. And I don't think we would be here today without his coaching and his schemes. And like Coach Pannone, Coach Clonch, even though he's gone, and Coach Preston Murphy, like those guys are very analytical and very particular on what game plans are, and they understand that. And I feel like whoever comes now will get same game plans, if not even better. No problem.
First, how close to 100% were you?
I was 100%. I felt really good. Yeah.
Was it important for you to fight hard to get back and play in this game?
Yeah, it was very important for me. I mean, I told Aaron, like I told some of the other guys, I don't want to come not play with you guys for your last game. I'll be here, whatever it takes for me to come back and play, I'll do it. And that's what I did to come back and play.
For a lot of the game, it was nip and tuck, tied at the under-12 timeout. What was working for you guys early, and what didn't work for you at the end?
We executed our plays really well in the first half, and then also we have one of the best shooting teams in the country, so we made a lot of shots in the first half, and I think when we didn't make shots, we didn't execute well, and then also we lost in the little plays, like just execution out of bounds, and then just giving up a couple offensive rebounds. I know they're a good offensive rebound team, but we knew that, and we had to stop them from offensive rebounding, and then some of our turnovers led to their breaks, and then also we gave up, loose balls. We didn't get to them first, and normally the team that wins the loose ball and rebound the battle wins the games.
For those of us that have never been through this, how long does it take for you to really step back and realize what you guys accomplished this year?
To be honest, I don't even really realize it yet. With the loss, it feels like a defeat for all of us. But, I feel like in the next couple weeks or next month, we'll realize what we actually did and understand what we did. And I feel like we set a standard here at Alabama that we're not just a football school, we're a basketball school too.